I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. You sound awake and alert at this early hour, being on the road and doing stuff. Do you usually get up this early?
It depends. I do sometimes. I mean, during the school year, I do when I take the kids to school, but summer becomes a little more lazy for us. We get all our hours turned around, and we're usually up really late and sleep really late. So, but it's a beautiful morning in Nashville.
Oh, very nice. I was about to ask, how are things in Nashville right now?
It's really nice. It's not too hot, which is surprising. I thought we were going to have a hotter summer than this, but it's great.
You picked a wonderful time to come to the Melody Tent. The weather for this weekend, sunshine, low humidity, which it's been kind of sticky here the last couple of days, and just a very comfortable night to perform.
I can't wait. We're so excited about this show.
It's going to be a great time, and I think it's a great time for country music in general now. It's bigger than ever.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Why do you think it's so successful now, bigger than ever? And I want to get to the bro country in a moment, but just in general right now, why do you think it's pretty much pop music?
Yeah, I don't know. I think people sometimes don't give it a chance, and then once they listen to it, they realize how special it is, and that it talks about real life, and they get hooked. It's that kind of immediate music that really makes you feel something,
With Luke Bryan now in Florida Georgia Line and this bro country, and with women, do you think women are getting a fair shake in country right now? Because some have complained, like, look, it's all this guy stuff now, and really, like, hey, fellas, we're over here, we're making hit records. Do you think there's some truth to it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look at the chart, you can see there's truth to it. It's not like, it's pretty easy to see when you look down the chart. But, it's like we still love to make records. I mean, I love to make records, and that's why I made this new record, Everlasting, which is, I can't really do the bro country thing, so what do? Do I sit around and wait for something else to happen? So I wanted to make a record, so I went in and made this record called Everlasting, which is a collection of some of my favorite iconic classic soul and pop songs of all time. We covered people like Elvis, The Suspicious Mind, we did Van Morrison's Wild Night, we did Otis Redding, I've Been Loving You Too Long, we did If You Don't Know Me By Now, just Come See About Me by the Supremes, and it was so much fun and so joyful to make this record. And now we're out touring with it, and I have a 4-piece horn section on stage with me, and I've got an amazing background vocal section made up of 3 women, and it's a very visual show as well as a musical show. And I got the guys in matching suits, and everybody has moves, and it's kind of like a throwback to an old, kind of a soul review. Obviously, we still do a lot of hits. We don't just do the Everlasting record, but we do a lot of it. And it's been more fun. I think it's the most fun tour that I've ever done, to be honest. We're just having a blast on stage.
And this whole concept started with you hooking up with Don Was. How do you go about picking the songs you wanted to do and then actually getting permission to do these songs where the people are like, yeah, of course, you're Martina McBride. You can do these songs. We'd love to hear what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was very generous, and yeah, it's been about 7 or 8 months, really, just listening through thousands and thousands of songs, because the challenge with a record like this is there's so many great songs to choose from. It's a luxury, really. So, you want to find songs that people are familiar with, but that you can do your own thing to, and also be authentic with. And I wanted to pick songs that I knew my fans would love, which I think a lot of the songs are very country leaning, Some of them were country hits over the years as well as pop hits, and it just kind of goes back to the time when music didn't have quite the boundaries that we have now, and everybody was kind of listening to everything. My dad was the hugest traditional country music fan, loving everybody from Hank Snow to Jim Reeves to to Waylon Jennings to Hank Williams, but he also had Ray Charles records. He had Etta James records. Those were artists that just kind of Elvis. They kind of transcended genre, and they were just, Jerry Lee Lewis. How do you define that? It's rock and roll. It's country. It's gospel. It's everything. And so, this record kind of goes back to that time when, Ray Charles had made an amazing country record because he loved country music, and you could hear Patsy Cline on pop radio, and it was just kind of like it was just very musical, and I just wanted to get back to that for a minute, where it's not about bro country, it's not about our females getting played on the radio, it's not about any of that, it's just about, let's just go for a night, forget everything that's going on, and just enjoy this night of music, and have fun, and kind of forget your troubles for 2 hours. So we're having a blast with it.
Do you have an opportunity to do any exploring when you're on tour in the areas like Cape? Like you're going to be here on a great weekend. It'll be a little crowded because there's a lot of tourists here right now as well. But on a weekend, would you have a chance to go out, maybe go to the beach for an hour or two, or maybe go get a lobster somewhere?
It's interesting because sometimes I don't. I kind of when you get on the road, you get in kind of a routine, and you're kind of just at the venue on the bus, and you go in for sound check and dinner, and then you get ready for the show. But when I come to New England, I always make it a point to get up early and get out, because it's so beautiful and so special. And everything's sort of close, that we can really get out and enjoy the atmosphere in the town and the people. And so we will definitely be up early.
Good.
And out and about, for sure.
Well, hopefully we see you bouncing around Hyannis and the area before you go to the LA 10. Hopefully you get a lobster roll and continue success with Everlasting. And we are thrilled you're coming, Martina.
Well, so am I. I can't wait.
This is so cool.
much.
I'm talking to Martina McBride. This is so cool. I really appreciate you taking some time to talk to us today.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, and we will see you this weekend. Thanks a lot for calling.
All right, take care.
Bye, Martina.
Bye-bye.